I'm Debbie Peverell, and you're listening to the Weekly Tip from Basic Board Governance. Today I'm talking about the form of governance, which is actually a dictatorship. So when you think about the other forms, for example, democracy is considered to be the worst form of governance except for all the others. And if you've ever listened to some of the quotes from Winston Churchill, he was the person who said the biggest argument against democracy is a 15-minute conversation with your average voter. So what we see in our neighbors to the south is that they have a democracy which is being reshaped into a dictatorship. There have been liberties taken with the way things are normally done, and some things that are supposed to follow a governance process are not following the governance process. Tariffs being the thing that comes closest to Canada paying attention to, I guess. Tariffs are supposed to be set by Congress. And if they were being set by Congress, then they wouldn't be being changed every day, because it takes a lot longer than that to get a whole bunch of people to make a decision. So what we see when the president establishes a tariff and then puts a hold on it and then puts it back in and then puts a hold on it is that this dictatorship situation is very efficient. When something needs to happen, it can happen instantly. One person says it and it's true. It happens. So this is a trade-off, because if you have this kind of efficiency, you are losing what we might think of as fairness, where other voices are heard, consensus is reached, and a decision is made. That is a typical form of democracy. So we look at this, we see a different form of governance, and if you are in favor of all the changes that are being made, then it's a happy story, because you're not waiting. Policies are being implemented immediately. Things are happening quick. It looks like progress is being made if things are moving in the direction that you want them to be moving in. But we look at this form of governance, and what we see is a trade-off. The trade-off between efficiency and fairness.